In this video, we'll be learning how to read a steel machinist ruler graduated in fractions of an inch. When we complete this video, we will be able to read 1/8 inch scale, 16th inch scale, 32nd inch scale, and 64th inch scale found on machinist rules. We will also learn a technique used for simplifying the measurements that we read on the rule. In this section, we will be examining the different units of measurements commonly found in the fraction of an inch machinist rule. The first unit we're going to be looking at is the 1/8 of an inch scale. We can determine what scale the rule is in by looking in the corner. This particular one has an 1/8 or 8 THS in the corner for this one. This side of the rule has 1/8 of an inch and 1/16 of an inch. So looking at the 1/8s, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 links that are of the same dimension for every inch. On this steel machinist rule, we have a resolution of 30 seconds and 64ths of an inch. So first looking at our 30 seconds of an inch, the same as with the 1/8 of an inch and the 16ths of an inch, we have 32 tick marks that are the exact same dimension for every inch. As our tick marks increase, our resolution also increases, so we can be more precise in our measuring of parts. Something else that we want to make note of for the 30 seconds and the 64th scale is that they actually have additional numbers along the scale. So what we have is we've got a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and a 28. These actually represent 4 30 seconds, 8 30 seconds, 12 30 seconds, 16 30 seconds, 20 30 seconds, 24 30 seconds, and 28 30 seconds. These are put there to help aid in counting and to reduce the likeliness of an error when we have to count our tick marks when we're measuring a part. The last scale that we're going to look at today on the steel rule is the 64ths. The 64th scale is broken out into 64 equal measurements for every inch. It also has 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56, and those numbers represent the number of ticks towards the 1 inch. So 8 64s, 16 64s, 24 64s, 32 64s, 40 64s, 48 64s, and 56 64s. When using the 30 seconds and 64th scale, many of your fractions will need to be reduced. For example, 8 30-seconds of an inch should be reduced to 1/4 of an inch, and 10 30-seconds of an inch should be reduced to 5/16 of an inch. You will reduce the fraction anytime you see an even number in the numerator, or the top number of the fraction. To reduce the fraction, divide the numerator and the denominator is the bottom number, by 2 repeatedly until the numerator is an odd number. So for example, 10 30-seconds becomes 5/16 by dividing by 2 only one time. 8 30-seconds requires you to divide by 2 3 times before you get the 1/4 of an inch, or 1/4.